Hello everybody, my name is Nick and welcome back to N.A.A. Ball Talk. Over the next week or so, we'll talk about the top 10 players at each position in the NBA, today starting with centers, and then we'll work our way through power forwards, small forwards, shooting guards, and point guards. I know it's been a very long time since I upload any content. However, if you haven't been here before, we talk about all NBA news, rumors, predictions, rankings, etc. So if you enjoy that type of stuff, subscribe down below for more content. Before we get into the top 10 centers in the NBA, I want to talk about some honorable mentions I had here. I have 4 guys that I like to mention. Those 4 guys being Christian Wood of the Dallas Mavericks, Robert Williams of the Boston Celtics, Nikola Jokic of the Chicago Bulls, and Kristaps Porzingis of the Washington Wizards. Kristaps was definitely the closest guy on this list to hitting the top 10. However, injuries have kept him off the court, and that's my only real complaint about him. Kristaps has the talent to be a top 5 center in the league, and if he can stay healthy, I could definitely see him hitting that mark. However, I have to leave him off my list because he hasn't really been that guy since he left New York. At number 10, we have Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen was the man in the middle for the Cleveland Cavaliers this past season, averaging a double-double with 16 points, 10 rebounds, and over a block a game, while shooting a very efficient 67% from the field. Allen was a key reason that the Cavaliers exceeded expectations this past season and nearly made the playoffs. He's very young. He's only going to get better along with the rest of that core in Cleveland, and I'm really excited for Allen's NBA future. At number 9, I have Jonas Valenciunas. Valenciunas averaged 18 points a game with 11 rebounds while shooting 54% from the field and 36% from deep on limited attempts. Valenciunas is a guy who floats under the radar every single season. Even when he was in Memphis, he was putting up this type of production. He's a guy very similar to Jarrett Allen. In his situation, he helped the Pelicans exceed expectations last season, along with Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum. At number 8, I have Domantas Sabonis. Once he moved to Sacramento, you saw how comfortable he was, and he kind of made the Kings a fun team to watch alongside De'Aaron Fox. I'm excited to see where the Kings are going to be at in the standings this upcoming season with the addition of Keegan Murray and some nice role pieces and guys like Kevin Huerter. I'm excited to see if the Kings could possibly push for a playoff spot this upcoming season. At number 7, I have Deandre Ayton. Ever since the Suns took Deandre Ayton with the first overall pick in 2018, he's been a very good player. However, he does have the potential to be a phenomenal player, and he's not getting there with the uses that he's been given in the Suns offense. The Suns have 2 guards that need to create with the ball in their hands, in CP3 and Devin Booker, and Deandre Ayton pretty much gets the leftover scraps in the offense. However, he's still managing to average 17 points a game on 63% shooting from the field. Ayton's a guy that I can see averaging 20 and 12 on any given team in the league. However, it depends on how much the Suns use him. I expect the Suns to use him a little more in the offense, being that CP3 is getting a little older. They want to lighten the load on him and could definitely maximize Deandre Ayton's potential. At number 6, I have Pascal Siakam. This past season, when the Raptors drafted Scottie Barnes, it was kind of confusing to see how he would fit into the team with OG Anunoby as a starting small forward and Pascal Siakam as a starting power forward. However, the team moved Siakam to the 5, and it turned out to work out very well for them as they took the 5th seed in the East. Pascal Siakam averaged 23 points a game, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, over a steal a game on 49% from the field, 34% from deep, and 74% from the free throw line. Siakam could also guard multiple positions and is very versatile on offense. The Raptors were expected to fall off once Kawhi Leonard left them after winning the championship a few years back, and Siakam has kept them afloat and is another star that goes under the radar. At 5, Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat. Adebayo, like Siakam, could defend multiple positions, but Adebayo does it a little better. Bam averaged 19 points a game with 10 rebounds on 55% from the field and was an all-star this past season. A big contributor to the Heat getting the 1 seed out East, and as long as the Heat have his production alongside the superstar Jimmy Butler, this Heat team could be a title contender for years to come. At 4, I have Rudy Gobert, and whether you like the trade that got Rudy Gobert from the Jazz to the Timberwolves or not, there's no denying that he's a great center in the league. He's a multiple-time defensive player of the year. He goes out there, he gets 15 to 15 a night on 71% from the field, and that's just ridiculous efficiency. I know he's not the type of guy that creates his own offense. He's a lob threat, but having him alongside a big man that can shoot like Karl-Anthony Towns, I think that's a good pairing, and I'm very excited to see what the Timberwolves can do this upcoming season. That brings me to number 3. I have Karl-Anthony Towns of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Karl-Anthony Towns has the talent on offense to be the top center in the league. However, we are not seeing the same production from the defensive side of the ball. Towns averages nearly 25 points a game with nearly 10 rebounds while shooting 52% from the field and 41% from deep. The Timberwolves are finally starting to build a decent team around Karl-Anthony Towns, something they really haven't done for him since getting Jimmy Butler a few years back. And now they have Anthony Edwards, who's another star in the making, Rudy Gobert there, a decent point guard, and D'Angelo Russell. And like I said before, I'm very excited to see what the Timberwolves could do with this roster this upcoming season. Now, once we get into the top 2, it gets a little tricky, it gets a little controversial. And I have Nikola Jokic at number 2 here. Back-to-back reigning MVP, averaged 27 points a game, 14 rebounds, 8 assists on 58% from the field and 33% from behind the arc. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid are 1A and 1B on this list as far as I'm concerned. Nikola Jokic did it all this season for the Nuggets without having Jamal Murray there, without having Michael Porter Jr. this whole season. The Joker led the Nuggets to 48 wins and a 6th seed out west, and there's no denying how great this guy is, a generational talent who definitely shouldn't go unappreciated. At number 1, we have Joel Embiid, who finished 2nd place in MVP voting this season. He led the 76ers to the 4th seed out east with 51 wins. In a difficult season for him as well, his star point guard, Ben Simmons, didn't want to play at all for the 76ers and sat out until he got traded midseason. Joel Embiid got James Harden on his team, had guys like Tyrese Maxey exceed expectations, and was able to carry this team to the 2nd round of playoffs, where they eventually fell to the Miami Heat. The reason why I put Embiid slightly over Jokic is because they give very similar production on the offensive end. While Embiid is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, the Joker isn't in that category, and he's a very average defender at the center position. But that's my list. Let me know about yours. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like down below and subscribe for more content. If you disagreed with some of the people on my list, or if you think I forgot anybody to add, please drop it down in the comments below. Thank you.